When I was making this list, it was very important to me that I didn't pick like silly ones that everybody knows. Like I could easily make a list that was like drink water, exercise regularly, read 50 books a year, call your mother, make your bed. Like I could have made a silly list like that, but I really wanted to break out of that mold and give you things that you probably hadn't thought about. All right, 5 habits that will change your life. The first one is dialogue, or if you want to be less pretentious about it, intelligent conversation. I'm not talking about complaining about your landlord. I'm not talking about, the niceties of kid pickup chat. I'm talking about real in-depth conversation about things that are important and or interesting to you. If you do not have any kind of intelligent conversation in your life, which a lot of people don't, it's very difficult, right? We leave school and then suddenly no one asks us important questions anymore. So setting aside time to talk to that friend who likes to talk politics with you, or to join a book group, or to take a class where you can have great discussions with the professor or with your peers. Having intelligent conversation that stretches your perspective, that really gets you thinking and arguing, not fighting, but arguing and expanding your worldview and expanding your understanding of other people's perspectives. Having great conversations that are not about your husband or your dog or the weather, but real deep conversations will encourage you to grow in your own head, right? Your intellectual capacity will grow, and your ability to problem solve, to understand others, will expand as well. When I was making this list, it was very important to me that I didn't pick like silly ones that everybody knows. Like I could easily make a list that was like drink water, exercise regularly, read 50 books a year, call your mother, make your bed. Like I could have made a silly list like that, but I really wanted to break out of that mold and give you things that you probably hadn't thought about. And the first of those is intelligent conversation. And that is kind of taking the reading great books thing one step further, because it's not enough to be consuming content that is intelligent. We need to also be discussing it, to be in conversation, in dialogue with other people who are smart, or preferably smarter than us, so that we can be growing in that capacity. The second habit is a little bit more fun, and it's quite simply having laughter and joy in your life. And not just like every once in a while something funny happens and you let it happen, but actively incorporating things that are playful or fun or cause you to laugh into your world. That should be something you are habitually encountering. And maybe that means that you and your spouse start to check out all the cool comedy clubs. Maybe that means that you and your spouse make a commitment to put down your phones during Saturday Night Live and truly enjoy it, if that's your thing. Maybe that is a commitment to playing games, or to returning to a fun hobby that you did. Something that is going to bring not just pleasure, but that sort of joyous, laughter-infused, fun, dopamine activating kind of stuff. The third one is the 10-minute tidy. I don't know if you struggle with this, but it took me a very long time to overcome the thought of like cleaning up in any way, shape, or form like being time consuming. It's really not. Like doing the dishes, like cleaning the whole kitchen, not like a deep clean scrub everything, but like cleaning up after a meal doesn't take nearly as long as you feel like it does. And similarly, giving your desk a quick tidy, or your bedroom or your house or your kitchen, it really only takes like 10 minutes to make a huge difference. I mean, not if you've neglected it for years, but if you are just like the normal migration of things that happens throughout the day can be fixed in like a 10-minute situation. Like put on 2 songs that you like and tidy up your life regularly. If you have a habit around doing this, you're just going to feel a lot better about your physical environment. The 4th one is to go outside. We live indoors so much, and the pandemic has made this even worse. If you work from home, it's even worse. It is so easy to accidentally just like not leave your house. And maybe you're, moving from your house to your garage to go, and then you go pick up your kids in the car and then you drive them back. But we want you to be going outside. I don't know if you've thought about this recently, but you are in fact an animal. And our modern life is very much divorced from that, right? We don't do things like walk in the grass very often, or get enough vitamin D, or breathe enough fresh air. So regularly going outside. I'm not saying you have to go for a hike. I'm not saying you have to like rough it in the woods. I'm saying you need to step outside regularly, like a lot, at least every day, preferably more than once a day. And then the 5th habit that will change your life is making a calendar appointment for everything. Making calendar appointments for appointments is probably second nature to you at this point, right? Hair appointments, client appointments, those are already in your calendar. But when you extend that to making an appointment for you to do some at-home self-care, making an appointment to go outside, making an appointment to call your mom, making an appointment to hang out with your friends. I have standing dates with most of my friends because it will be, especially now that I have a kid, it will be weeks. Weeks will go by and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I have not talked to them. Because my world, and probably your world, is so packed. There is so much that demands my attention that I can't just sit around and wait for me to think about somebody. Because I might think about, oh, I should get drinks with Cassidy. But very, very quickly, I have 1,000 other things. And so maybe it makes it onto my list, but we want it to make it onto your calendar. So make calendar appointments for everything that's important in your life. Everything that you want to make sure gets done should be in your calendar. And that includes time to do nothing. You can block out do not disturb times in your calendar. And I highly recommend that you do. Those are my 5 habits that will change your life. I hope these habits help. I would love to hear what habits are important for you. And good luck with all the new habits.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Elizabeth Tolis. Subscribe for content about a sustainable lifestyle, life design, self-care, household, maybe a little bit of parenting, and primarily entrepreneurship. I'm inviting you to download the free Full Focus app. It is available on Apple or Google, and that is going to give you access to all of our free business content. It's going to give you a look at our membership program, and it's going to give you lots of different resources on how to build a business that supports the life you want to live, where you get to have the good and you get to have the great. Go ahead and give me and the Emerald Office a follow on Instagram. Find us online at www.theemeraldoffice.com, and I can't wait to see you again.